Morning, grade 6. How are you all? This is teacher Marsha, and our lesson for this week is about equivalent fractions. And the objective of our lesson is to recognize and identify equivalent fractions using appropriate strategies. So, what is equivalent fraction? Equivalent fractions are fractions that have different numerators and denominators but have the same value. Okay? So there are three ways to find equivalent fractions. Number one, using a fraction wall or fraction disk. So this is what we call fraction wall, okay? And here you will see different fractions. This one is divided into, this is one whole. This one is divided into two parts, one half, three parts, one third, four parts, one quarter, five parts, one fifth, six parts, one sixth, eight parts, one eighth, and 10 parts, one tenth. Okay. So using this, you can see or you can easily identify which is a fraction is equal to another fraction. For example, one half. So this part is equal to this part. Okay. So one half is equal to 2 quarters. Okay, this is one half and 2 quarters. Okay, so let's try to find other fractions that are equal. Okay, so we have here 2/6. Okay, so this is 2/6. And it is equal to this fraction, 1/3. 2/6 is equal to 1/3. Can you spot other equivalent fractions or similar fractions? Okay, find the equivalence of 1/4. Which one is equal to 1/4? So this is 1/4. Which one is equal to 1/4? So you will see that this line is equal to this line. So 1/4 is equal to 2/8. Okay, 1/4 is equal to 2/8. Okay, now next, find the equivalence of 1/3. So it's the same as the example I gave you a while ago. So 1/3. So this is 1/3. 1/3 is equal to 2/6 because this line is equal to this line. Okay, so 1/3 is equal to 2/6. Okay, so that is the first method using a fraction one. Second method is counting on. Okay, so you have to count on from the numerator to the denominator. Okay, so we have to start with the first number, which is 1/4. So the numerator is 1. So you have to count by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The denominator is 4. So you have to count by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Okay, so this is counting on method. So 1/4 is equal to 8s, 3 12s, 4 16ths, and 5 20ths. Okay, so you have each of this fraction is equal to one another. Okay, so as shown in the picture, you will see that the shapes are equal to each other. Okay, let's try. Find the equivalence of 2/5. So let's count by 2s. So after 2, you have 4, 6, 8. Okay, so again, so you have 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, and then the denominator is 5. So we have to count by 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, now let's have another example, 3/4. So let's count by 3 and count by 4. So count by threes, 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, and then we have 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, so these fractions are all equal to 3 quarters, and these fractions are all equal to 2/5. Okay, that is the second method, counting on method. Okay, number 3 is multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. Okay, so let's say I have 1, 6, and I choose 2 as the multiplier. So 1 times 2 is 2, 6 times 2 is 12. So I multiply numerator by 2, and I multiply the denominator by 2 as well. So 1 times 2, 2, 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, so 1 6 is equal to 2 12s. Okay, see, this shape is equal to this shape. Okay, so let's see. 2/3, I'm gonna multiply it by 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, and then 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so 2/3 is equal to 6, 9. Okay, let's try. Find equivalence of 1/5. Okay, so we have 1/5. Okay, I will multiply it by 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, so 1/5 is equal to 2/10. Okay, 1/5 times 3. 1 times 3 is 3. And 5 times 3 is 15. So 1/5 is equal to 3/15. Okay, same with 4 and 5. So it's up to you what number you want to multiply.